The script I Can Hear You presents an evocative portrayal of a young family facing the medical challenge of having a child that is hearing impaired, teaching her how to listen, how to hear, and how to speak for herself. It tells the tale of how they realize that Sophia is profoundly deaf, and what they struggle with, and how they eventually come to the decision to opt for the cochlear implant. And then the struggles of, will they get the insurance, and what do they, should they put their 1.5-year-old child, through this kind of intense surgery.
The movie shows a family that suspects that their child is hearing impaired and they're not sure what steps to take. And sometimes people go to the pediatrician and they tell their doctor, oh, I think my child's hearing impaired, and the doctor may not be very experienced with hearing impaired kids and may say, oh, your child is fine, which is what happened in the case of Miranda.
So the story is not only this incredibly moving piece to watch on the screen, but it's also really teaching you what you need to do to get the help that you need.
Often hearing impaired children who haven't been aided at a young enough age struggle in school. But the kids that get help early on can be very successful students and have gone on to be successful professionally in many different fields. It was a miracle when hearing aids were first developed, but hearing aids don't work the same way implants work. Hearing aids amplify sound, but for kids who are profoundly deaf, they're missing the hair cells in the ear. Cochlear implants stimulate the hearing nerve.
They replace the inner ear, so you can actually hear.
So you're born completely deaf,
yes.
Profoundly deaf, and then you have the ability to hear because of the implant.
Yeah. It's hard to live a normal life if you can't communicate.
Right.
And our movie shows
the process it takes to have the full benefit of it and why it's needed.
It's a really important film that needs to be made.
Raising children with a disability is really challenging, whatever the disability is, and we think that our theme is universal, and we hope to reach a very wide audience.
All over the world.
So let me ask you this, are you glad that your parents did the surgery? Are you glad that you have the implant?
Yes. Oh yes. I know that without it I would not be where I am today. I probably wouldn't even have the same friends I do at all, because I wouldn't know them. I wouldn't be doing what I love to do, playing sports. I wouldn't be learning in regular school.
You wouldn't be able to hear.
Yeah, basically. I wouldn't be able to have the experiences that I've had today. Like, everyone who is profoundly deaf should get a cochlear implant.
So you have no limitations. The sky's the limit. You can do anything.
I can't swim in here, but other than that, yeah. We'll show that your child can be able to achieve everything they want in life. They can be successful. It really is not a barrier to anyone in their life.
As you can tell, Miranda has, can hear, speaks perfectly, and is obviously a wonderfully vibrant, happy girl.
Thank you.
And this is the story of Miranda, really, this film. I think it's an incredibly important story that needs to be told. And for us to be able to tell it, we need your support. And that's why we're here talking to you today. So we're asking you to donate.
We're asking for your support in any amount to help us make this film, I Can Hear You.
Funds will go directly to the pre-production of the film, the actual shoot,
the locations, the actors, the camera,
and any other things that we might need, and the post-production, which would include editing and sound effects, and on hopefully distribution all throughout the world. Like I said, any amount would be helpful. Thank you. I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.